Nightmare.
Time to get back to work.
I was just like very barely finishing something, eating something. So I might still find like a second or two to like potentially somewhat sneak away. Not really sneak away, just like turn away. Just so I can finish that since there's literally like one more bite. And I don't want to eat on stream. I know some people do it and some people aren't. And not everyone's like super against it. Like there's a reason why mukbangs exist. But I really don't like the sound of somebody eating. Like when you're... Why are you on the screen? I don't like the sound of somebody eating. At least like heavily in my ear. What is this? Oh. So I don't like subjecting other people to that, especially if it's like in the middle. Where are you taking me? Oh. Especially if it's like a stream for something else. Also, my energy is like completely spent. Not spent. It's completely full again. This is also the first time that I'm like playing completely up to date with the story.
No response. Can you tell where these traces lead, Abby?
So this is like my first time actually watching and seeing stuff like right as the kind of patch came out. Even though it came out yesterday, but I haven't kept up with it.
Over there! But the traces are kind of messy. They feel unsteady, too.
That way. That's the archipelago across from Raguna. The traces are still fresh. We should follow them to find Cardathia before they fade.
Should we go now?
Yes. With the Thermodian's will gone, she wouldn't lose contact unless something's wrong. Really wrong. But before we go...
Also might be a ticking time bomb.
Oh, a call from the honored laureate herself. What is it? Missing the serenity of my castle, I presume. Cardathia is missing. I see. It is indeed a rather urgent issue. Go on. What is it you wish to ask of me?
I want to learn more about the archipelago before I set off to find her.
Caution is indeed a virtue. Since you're in a hurry, I'll spare you the lengthy details. That archipelago is called Septimont. It's another city-state within Renacita. Like us Raganese, its people were guided by the Sentinel across vast seas.
The actors in this game are very interesting as a pick. How do I put it? Because
What kind of differences?
I know Carlotta is voiced by the same voice actor that did Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. Caconia is voiced by Alfira from Baldur's Gate 3. At least when it comes to this continent, the voice cast seems to be a lot more...
All for glory. Fear no death. They revere heroes, not the divinity.
interesting.
Under the Order's control, Raguna enforces
It's not a lot of the very... It's not a lot of the typical voice actors that I typically hear. Or even ones that I seem to see crop up again and again in certain other gacha.
Accepting attitude towards Outlanders. At present, Septimont is hosting the Great Aegon, a cornerstone in the city's economy. Such a season draws visitors from far and wide.
British?
Sounds like the perfect time to visit Septimont. Thank you, Cantarella.
You're the Thessalia's eternal ally. And of course, my esteemed guest. No need for formalities between us.
The Shadow of Glory.
Look! A Wangray right here! Here. It can give us a lift.
The big thing about this chapter, or at least this update, was that it was a completely new area.
Do you feel sick?
Not really. I just have this uneasy
Oh,
feeling.
we're going high.
Uneasy? Did you sense something dangerous in Septimont?
I don't know how to put it. It's strange. Like things are all tangled up somehow.
The one thing I do somewhat know, there it is that this place seems to be a little bit more Greek inspired.
Abby, we've arrived. How do you feel now? Abby?
Hmm?
Nothing for my test mark. Is it sleeping? Or is it? Cardathia helped with Abby's symptoms before. I could really use her help now. We share the same thread of Imperator's power. I could try using that to sense where she is. What's that creature she's facing? A half-human, half-lion tacit discord? Or a special echo?
I think that's one of the new bosses that showed up. Or at least that I was able to see.
She was here before. I'll follow the same path and see if I can find someone to talk to.
Griffin? Your fingers touch the cold statue, the whispers of fallen heroes ring through your mind. The clash of weapons mingle with the battle cries of hearty... Ugh.
true warrior.
Aim at the mechanism, then press the highlighted button to don a hero's legacy, armor, and gain hero slash skill. Huh?
It seems happy.
Many
Is it
foes when
because I'm
strike.
reminding it of past battles?
An Irish accent is always welcome.
Looks like I've made my first friend here.
It's definitely... It's not impossible. Oh, there's a bunch of new resources around here then. It's not impossible, especially with like an English or a British accent or an Irish accent. Especially for how popular... Ooh. Especially for how popular... That's a interesting move. For some of the characters in this. Like, Renacita as a main focus. Like the central town that I was kind of in. Gaius and Shadowbringers is from Dublin. That's really good. Like Renacita, like my friend kind of picked it out really quickly that Zani had an Italian accent. And then like all of Verguna has like a very Venetian vibe to it. So like it definitely depends. Some of it partly depends on like the project itself, but some of it also depends on a casting director. Or just if they don't want like a very, what I'll say is standard American English type of casting, which I've seen kind of slowly starting to die down a little as like the dominant, which is good. Like now, well,
This is Septimont.
English is typically like very common, of course, for like English dubbing and whatever, but I'm seeing like a few more actors like from Japan, from Europe, from just other countries in general getting more opportunities regardless of their either regardless of or because of their specific accent. Reverse 1999 still probably has some of my favorite casting because that voice cast is incredibly diverse. The only shame is that it's a super text heavy game and I want to listen to all of it and I can't justify sitting down listening to like 10 hours of visual novel every time that I play it.
The traces will guide you here. And when the time comes, you'll bring this story to its rightful end.
It even has a Japanese voice actor that I really like performing in English.
The scent of seawater. It's right ahead.
Oh. It's actually letting me play as cart. Why?
Purge the impure.
Hmm.
Trying to hide in that incubator's experimental unit.
I can't remember her name very specifically.
Make it work.
This character is the one that was added in this update, but the... uh-oh. This character is the one that was added in this update, but her trial... I can actually do it like after. I am a little bit surprised that they're kind of making me play as her immediately here. No, this is kind of very scripted, though. I can't remember her name. I can never remember her name, which makes me feel bad. But like, ooh.
These must be defense mechanisms designed.
But she, the Japanese VA is the save for Lyria from Granblue. The Japanese save for Lyria and Granblue, and I absolutely adore her. I think in the game she plays a... In the game she plays... Oh, I can actually... In the game she plays a... like a Japanese... Ooh. An immigrant Japanese maid. Because it's not like they're trying to cover up her accent. Like, it's a very... Her Japanese accent is, like, very thick, but that's, like, kind of the point of her character. And I just thought that was really neat that she was able to... At least the first time that I seen her perform in English. And they're not, like, trying to hide it. They're leaning into her being a native Japanese speaker. Dutch Pomni in the English dub of Claire Obscura. I've heard of Nola Clop before. Whoops. Reminds me that in that 100 line has a very global cast. Like I know one of the voice actors is in I believe one of them is in England. I know there was an English speaker that was in that's in Japan. So like that game was definitely remote recorded.
There's a village up ahead. I'll go talk to some locals.
I believe that character's the next one that's going to be on banner. Oh. Because you asked. That's not it. Every new character gets their own little trial banner, which will give you a little bit of asteroid to use. She has a lot. Gain enhancement through different shadows, sword shadows, and greatly boost arrow evasion. Arrow erosion. Inflict arrow erosion gives substantial damage boost based on the ammo erosion stacks on target. Cart may freely transform between herself and Fleur. As Cart, the last stage of basic attacks, heavy attack, intro skill, and notes and skill of Cart will summon different swords. When there are shadow swords in the field, Cart's plunging attack will recall the swords and cause an additional damage based on the sword or called. Based on the shadow swords are called. When Cart's resonant energy is filled, press the liberation to transform into Fleur. I'm assuming this is it, and then when it's full, you get to transform into Fleur, and then this is how long you're in there. Obtain different bonus effects for a certain period of time based on what shadow swords are called. Fleur attacks restore Conviction. When Conviction reaches 120 points, Resonance Liberation. 100 Line also has some pretty cool. 100 Line has a pretty cool cast. At least for like having. Specifically, I'm a fan of Hiruko's voice actor. And there's a lot of other things that 100 Line also does that I'm just like a big fan of. Enhanced bludgeoning attack is cart when there is at least one sword on the field. Floors Resonance skill stage 2, press E, following floors, skill resonance 1. Heavy attack stage 2, holds. These are just different things you can do. Okay.
Now begins the night's story.
She's arrow ration. Wait, how do I get that last one then?
Heavens, descend!
Okay, that's from the E.
Such is that blessing. The night's challenge has arrived. Purge the impure. Destroy!
Thankfully I know how this character works a little.
The trio of destiny.
Oceans, bow before me. Ruin is imminent.
She just gets to float, I guess. Also, whenever you get to finish a battle while you're in this form, it gives you complete free reign to move around in this form. Wait, that was her jump.
Gales purify. Tides rise and crash.
Interesting. She's cool, but I'm probably not gonna roll for her because I'm I'm gonna save up for that second character. These are just characters who are always in there. The 4 stars. So then I can just mostly continue. Because I don't know how strong the certain enemies here are, since this is literally a completely... Actually, this is a good question. Whoops. Okay, I can fly around here. Since this is a completely new zone, I am probably going to stick on this team just for now.
I'll take it as my overtime fee.
Zani is pretty cool. I like her. Her main kind of gimmick is... Cool. Her main gimmick is mostly that she has a shield. So like if I... Hang on.
Come at me.
Because that's fully charged. So if I use her active skill, like right when an enemy attacks, it's basically a guard point. And then she'll retaliate. And then, once I also build up enough meter... which I can either do by pressing E or waiting. Also, each individual animation, they put a lot of work into the animations for this. For all the characters, really. But when you have the meter build up, she does a charged heavy hit, which also has a guard point on it, which does more damage if you hit the guard point. She was the first character on banner when I started. She's really cool. I like her.
Ah, I knew it. The Blue Furies remain undefeated. Folks always write them off, thinking they're just sailors or singers. Don't matter in the arena. It's all about pure strength.
Most of the teams in this year's finals aren't even backed by local nobles.
So what? Worried about your bets? How many times do I have to?
Hey,
Oh, yeah, if I remember, I think the big thing for, like, this area is that there's a Coliseum.
Right. Oh, look here, a visitor. Welcome to Septimont.
Game is quiet.
You
Let me
look
boost
old
this up a
man
little then.
around here. You from the
I
New
bumped up the
Federation?
audio too. I don't know. Well, I bumped it up from what I usually do.
Ah, I've met some visitors from Long before. Proper folk, polite as can be. They do tend to speak in riddles, though. We just watched a live match. It's too bad you missed it. Mattia from the Blue Furies gave the other team a right.
aye. Capitolini Hills holding a great
I'll also
acorn
bump
now
it
in
up a
the
little
city.
when I get access to
Happened every
the
4 years. All of Septimont's talking
game
about
menu
the
again.
next champion.
I don't know the
here
settings.
for
I
the
don't know why
games
that took
too?
me a sec.
No, I'm looking for someone.
At this time, that might be tricky. Folks from all over Solaris are flooding into Septimont lately.
Who's it you're looking for? This here is the first stop for ferries heading to Capitolini Hill. Maybe we've seen him before. Can't say I've seen anyone like that around.
Also, just in general, the
Most
game's kind of very
Raganese we
quiet.
see here are from the troop of fools
I never really
or the
noticed
Fratelli
that
Nobles.
before.
They're a bit more open to our ways of thinking about faith. If she's wearing the Order's emblem, though, she'll have drawn some eyes.
After Cardathia and Fleur-de-Lis's frequencies merged, she got her body back. If she passed through here, people would have seen her.
A half-human, half-lion creature wearing armor and swinging
Wonder
a
if I can
poleaxe. That's gotta be the
Pull
guardian
away
echo
for
of
like a
Septimont.
sec so I can get
Our
that final
lioness
bite
of
in.
glory, Arsinosa.
Can you tell me more about this Guardian Echo?
Oh, gladly. See, ever since our ancestors set foot on this land, we Septimontians have fought the harsh elements and the savage tacit discords. Many brave souls came before us, their reverberations settling in the stone that now stands as Arsinosa. She was born from the
Also, sorry if you
battle's
hear
roar and
a
the
buzz in the
fierce
background.
bellows of
Somebody
pride.
has
As the guardian of Septimont,
an AC going.
Arsinosa usually only reveals herself during the
I would
Great
probably have mine
Battle.
going too,
To
but
earn
that
her
makes a
blessing
lot of
is the
noise.
highest honor any Septimontian could hope for.
But why would Cardathia take on Septimont's Guardian Echo?
If you want to see her, just wait for the finals. They'll be held in the Colosseum in the city. But don't dawdle. Get a ticket now, or you'll miss out.
As for that Order girl you're looking for, you might try asking in the inns around the city.
Clay! Edwin! Come give me a hand!
Why buy tickets when I can just make it to the finals myself?
Ah, right. We best be off. If you want to see the fights, follow this path to the arena. The ticket booth's just up ahead.
What is the TFF cat ears?
Its frequency is similar to the echoes in Raguna. Could it have originated from Imperator's power as well? But it's unstable, as if something else is interfering. Strange. It's just like Abby said. I can feel its source close to the city, but can't pin down where exactly.
Boss, you're looking so serious.
And you are?
Me? I'm a traveling Taoist from Mengzhou. Just call me Buling.
A Taoist?
Exorcism, talisman divination, fortune telling. You name it, I bling it. So, you wanna try your luck, Fa?
I like
How did you know my
you.
name?
Heard about you from an old friend. You know Jinshin? Pretty sure you met her in Jinzhou. She trained with the same master before me. We've got history. Last time I went up to the mountain to see her, she mentioned you. So I hear you're looking for someone? Not so easy, not so easy. The feng shui in Renacita is not good. The tea is trapped underwater, not good flow. No luck now, bad sign. You should be careful, boss.
What if she's boss like I do?
You show up and the stars change. I was betting on who could break the deadlock, so I'm glad I caught you first.
She has to be on the second banner. Okay. Does that sound better? Actually, this gives me good...
Anything I can help you with?
The divinity may foresee the future of the world, but I doubt they can predict which song people will play tomorrow.
This gives me good excuse. Actually, no, it doesn't, because there's not really... There's not really anything I can do right now. Like, anything I can do that costs energy.
Anything I can help.
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
Could just use money, but I can get that by going through the main quest. Because I kind of just want to use her, but right now my current team really benefits from this. Yep.
Before our paths crossed, I'd only heard stories about you from grandfather. But Raguna is rather secluded, and not all the tales that reach us remain true. I found myself wondering who you really were, and you surpassed every expectation. Your arrival didn't just disrupt the delicate balance in Raguna. It also shed light on doubts and hesitations that had kept me trapped for so long.
I like her. Wait, she has poses? Oh no, just the idle animations. God's favorite princess, getting a lot of very princessy roles.
To shine or to die. Merely two sides of the same coin.
Sonny gets both of hers. What are yours then? I actually don't remember.
perfect now.
Or is it Rebecca Hansen? Shocker, I really like the girl with the green motif and a bard. Who could have possibly foreseen that?
Oh, you must be exhausted from your long journey. Well, time to sit down, take a break, and enjoy some poetry and music. What do you have in mind today? A heroic epic, or a simple, jolly tale of rural life? Something's missing.
Yep. I caught it. I caught it like right at the tail end of the stream that I got her. Because I knew that she sounded familiar. I couldn't pinpoint where she was. Who she was. But I like her a lot. Let me make a team that I can actually...
See? I always choose the winning.
You're in good hands.
Shall we go sightseeing together?
She kind of is very Faye-esque. I like her. Well, duh, shocker.
Ah, there you are.
The great city of Septimont.
Start small to build big. Lighter than a dove.
Do you want to grab these while I'm here, though? So I don't have to come back and grab them
there you
later?
are. Nice craftsmanship.
There.
A wise investment.
Please.
Anything catch your eye?
What do you mean?
Not bad!
Think you can keep me from fighting? Careful now! We'll see who rips whose throat out first. All right, Emilio. Why don't you take your band of cowards and get out of my way before I decide to handle it myself? Pulling dirty tricks before the Aegon? Did you think I wouldn't notice? Did you ever stop to think you nearly got an innocent person killed? Shame on you.
Looper. So you're really not gonna reconsider? Even with the finals just around the corner?
Reconsider. You think I should keep playing along and stay blind to your match fixing? I don't care what you do off the field, but in the arena, fairness isn't negotiable. If you can't get that, just keep wagging your tail for the house. You know, I once thought you were a decent gladiator, and we fought well together. But look at you now. Pathetic.
You know nothing, Looper. Not everyone has the same strength to survive in Septimont with a clean conscience.
Waving a flag.
Sorry about that clown show. Don't judge Septimont by a few rats that can't hold their own in the dirt. They're not the norm here. Lupus the name, gladiator by trade. Guess we're acquainted now after crossing blades. Care to tell me your name?
And after you sniffed me, but sure.
Got it. It's rare to meet someone with your kind of strength.
I fight a lot.
Combat makes the greatest warriors. You're a fine example of that.
What happened just now? Did they try to ambush you?
Just about. That man, Emilio, used to be my partner. The Silvers were probably behind this. The House of Silver is nobility in Septimont. I share their name, though. I'm sure they've thrown me out since I stepped away from the team.
Is this tied to the match fixing you mentioned?
Ugh, yes. I knew something was off, but I didn't think they'd go this far. Maybe they threw some serious money at it.
I thought the money I made them would have been enough. Oh well.
That grin.
I was thinking, you're not a local, are you? How about we team up and fight together in the finals?
That's Cardathia's frequency. But how?
Is that your way of saying yes?
I'm sorry. Lupa, have you ever met a Ragunesi girl by the name of Cardathia?
Cardathia? Nope, never heard of her. What's going on with her?
She's missing. I'm looking for her. I tracked her to Septimont, and it seems she confronted Arsenosa.
Arsenosa is the symbol of our spirit, the great echo guarding Septimont for centuries.
Reminds me of like Pantheon.
Besides the current F4, Augusta, nobody has ever faced her directly. I don't know if this Cardathia of yours is strong enough to take on Arsenosa. If she did, it would be the talk of Septimont.
I see. No leads yet, then.
She's so pretty.
Well, that's why you should join me in the Aegon! When Arsenosa shows up in the finals, you might find the answers you're looking for. The champion gets noble recognition, a hefty bonus, and some secret perks. If we win, you can take it all. If that doesn't interest you, then the attention that comes with being a champion will help you find the information you need on her.
True, but what's in it for you?
Me? I just want to see the look on their cheating faces when they realize I've beaten them at their own game. They're probably betting against me in secret. Ha! Doesn't matter. Once we win, they'll lose it all.
She has
Serve
cute
them
fangs
right.
too.
If there's no punishment for crossing the line, then what's the point of a line at all? I don't know what other tricks my dear family has planned, but you're an outlander. Strong too. No ties to their schemes. That's why I look forward to walking this path with you. Can't wait to see what kind of gladiator you'll be.
Arsenosa and the unusual frequency I felt from Lupa are the only leads I've got.
So I mean, sticking with her is
Lupa
the smart
denies
thing to
ever
do.
meeting Cardathia, but maybe she didn't realize, or she's hiding something. Either way, teaming up with her is my best shot at finding the truth.
That's the spirit!
That
Well then, I'll be counting on you, my fellow warrior. Now, let's go register our team.
You mean Lupa? Yeah. Oh, they're like actually fighting. They're also doing like actual elemental damage. I think Lupa's neat.
Hi there! Is team registration still open?
May applause greet you? Yes, you can register. Oh, wait, you're Contender Looper. Do you wish to register a new team? But aren't you...
Plans changed. I'm no longer with the Bow of Legions. This is my new partner.
Oh, I see. Allow me to register you again. Have you settled on a name for your new team?
Warrior, why don't you do the honors?
Calling me the warrior too. Assured victory.
Simple, but powerful. A good omen for us too. Alright, the name is settled. We'd also like to apply for the special qualifier, please.
Of course. Please wait one moment.
The Gladiators Aegon happens year-round in Septimont. Training matches, exhibition games, open tournaments, you name it.
So like a sport.
But we're after the Aegon of Champions, the biggest event held every 4 years. We also call it the Great Aegon. There are 2 stages, a points-based prelim and an elimination round. The prelim is almost over. The eliminations are about to begin. I've earned enough points from the regular matches to qualify for the finals, but since you're a new contender, you'll need to win the special qualifier to make it. If we defeat higher-ranked opponents, we can secure a spot with fewer matches.
Just the 2 of us. Is it 2 on 2?
Exactly. It's one of the reforms the new F4 made to the Aegon. And of course, our Echo
That thing around her
partners will be
thigh is
joining
fighting
us in
for
the
its
arena
life.
too. Echoes aren't just companions to us, but proof of our strength. Hunting them, taming them, and learning to live with them is the first lesson every Septimontian learns. Now, it's time to step into the arena. Ready?
Registration completed. Happy hunting, contenders.
Let's see how well we work together in
Not,
the arena, my
like-
fellow warrior.
Not like I'm... Is that a dog? Not like I'm looking for like
you
immodest
ready for the
reasons. It's
Gladiators
just
Aegon?
something that stood out about
Happy
the
hunting,
design.
gladiators.
Cool.
Hopefully this helps. I am the Tempest!
I promise, completely pure reasons.
Perfect teamwork. You make quite the hunting party. No waiting. You'll be
also just forced me to use arrow remover. Interesting.
Oh, we did it! That was perfection! Haven't felt this alive in ages! Ah, I could finally focus and savor every moment of the fight. Oh, thanks, warrior. Teaming up with you was the right choice.
The 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 American accents are fine to me. Nothing sounds off about them.
These are...
Oh.
To does. These little ones love a good match and never miss a chance to cheer for the victors.
Aw. Cute.
They're more fired up than usual. Looks like your performance really won them over.
I can't stop staring. I'm not going through anything.
They're just as lively as the baby Grafana came across before.
This
I
city
am-
does know how to keep spirits high. Speaking of Griffons, they've actually been
I
here
am
long before our ancestors even settled on this archipelago.
120% focused, I can promise you.
Anyway, we've secured our first victory. The next match will be held further out. If we take down the top-ranked team there, we'll be... Oh. Oh, Contender Looper! Please! Sign for me!
I can understand that.
It's you! In the flesh! But why would a star like you be in this arena? It's impossible to get a ticket for your matches. Oh, I wish I'd known sooner that you'd be here.
Did something happen with the Bow of Legions, Contender Looper? Who's this new gladiator you've got with you? Did you replace Contender Emilio? Oh, that's front page material. Hey, make some room! Looper, I loved your performance. Please, will you sign for me?
So they're a relatively fresh voice. No wonder why I haven't heard them before. Talk about strong first impression.
It comes with the job. Gotta draw a crowd in, both in and out of the arena. All right, everyone. I can handle this, but it will take too long. We need to make a swift retreat.
It has a nice...
Okay, but how?
Easy. Just hold my hand and don't let go.
Lead in film stars and then one of the leads in Split Fiction.
Good. We made it out. I'll let the staff at the next arena know we're coming to avoid the same chaos there. Matches are the bread and butter for gladiators. The famous ones rarely take on impromptu matches. That's what caused such a stir. But now, word about our new team is gonna spread very quickly.
There's a very specific... What is this? Tada's protection, hooray. That's just Hermes' hat. Ah, okay. Behind the voice actors tends to update sooner than IMDb, depending on certain aspects. But behind the voice actors does have a little bit more of a bias for like anime and games and such.
What was that smirk about?
Oh, me? I just sent word to certain people. Too much modesty is a double-edged sword, so I'll be frank. When it comes to bankability, I'm at the top of the game. That's how my family, the Silvers, have kept their position all these years. But the nobles here in Septimont are always hunting and contesting for more.
First role was Phantom Liberty.
Lions
Before that,
and
they only did
wolves
live action.
tear each other to
Interesting.
pieces, while the hyenas lie in wait, eyes on their bellies. Everyone wants a taste of the juiciest meat. And with the illegal betting they're running, once they hear I've left the old team, they'll all be scrambling to get a piece of the action.
Are you planning to muddy the waters?
The waters are already so murky, no one can tell who's stirring them.
Her eyes are piercing.
But it's still better now than it was before. The mess they made before the current effort took over was...
May applause greet you, Lupa.
She has a strong nose.
Huh. I see you've been waiting for me, Kartor. He was my manager back in the Bow of Legions.
Also, very
Has
Greek
a gift for knowing
kind
exactly
of
what to say to anyone, though that's his flaw too.
Greek Roman names.
For a manager, isn't the skill of speech always a gift? Domina Julia Silva hoped you'd behave and return home. She bid that I reason with you at the earliest opportunity. But it
Domina?
seems you've found yourself a new ally. I dare say her hopes are dashed.
And what's your point?
How disappointing. Not even a hint of charm when there's no crowd around to impress.
Maybe I'll make like a girl who's honest.
Feeling confident about this new team of yours? What do you think your chances are of winning the championship?
With me and this warrior? 100%. Enough, Kartor. Spare me the games and empty chatter. I have one question for you. Are you involved in the Silver's match fixing?
Lucky.
No. I do love money, but I don't stoop to that level to get it.
Fair enough. You may leave now.
Dangerous question, Lupa. Think carefully. The Silvers may have made you a star, but they can just as easily snuff that star out. I've never doubted your talent, but these are the rules of the game.
I know the rules well enough. I just wonder if Domina Julia truly understands who's making the rules now, and where she stands in this game.
Is this Kartor also from House Silva?
I think she's cool.
Not exactly. He's a free man, though he's handled Bow of Legion's business for the past few years. Look! Once we cross the heroes... We'll get to the Capitolini Hill district. For centuries.
Simply do not look too close and you shall be fine. As long as you always pretend that the problem is not there, then the problem doesn't exist.
Countless gladiators have walked this very path to Colosseum Olympus, just as we are now.
Okay, I want to grab all of these before progressing. Mostly because this will make stuff later easier.
Gently does it?
I think the other one is here, and then I can go back. Then this one. Oops. There's never a reason not to fly anywhere, but even if there is sometimes where it's not, the little speed boosts like right along the roads are pretty nice. There's also a chest right over there that I might as well as grab. Or a couple of chests. It just gives me an excuse.
Come on, pal! Let's do this together!
The stage is set.
They're fighting with.
I'll return the favor then. My shield can withstand more than that. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around.
I didn't expect them to pull out their echoes.
That's just scratch. You made it personal. Now I have a report to write.
Oh.
Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, the Zani's ultimate is very cool. I like it.
Some pocket money.
There's two over there.
Quickly and swiftly.
It's a huge damage increase for her.
Together we ride!
Can you keep
Ooh, this might be a problem.
Is that it? Brilliance lights the way! The world is mine! Masterpiece complete. Can you keep up?
I wonder if getting rid of the enemy is
This craftsmanship.
Happy Pride.
A wise investment. Ah, there
I
you
wonder,
are.
if, I wonder if getting rid of the soldiers themselves also can drop the
Start small to build big.
can also drop the can drop the echoes.
Anything catch your eye?
That's evil. How are you supposed to know that that's there without scanning? Because if I don't need to... That's why. Okay. Alright. Sure, I guess. Sure, I guess. Alright. I don't know why that's there.
The next qualifier is just ahead. Once it's over, we can take the cable car to the upper city.
A cable
On
car?
an autumn day, the view as you ascend and the breeze on your...
A Ubisoft tower, even though I just picked up 3 actual Ubisoft towers, but we're still gonna have this one here. I guarantee that that one's also another one.
Truly lift your spirits.
Because this is the Greek one, which means... The thing that's upsetting me about that is that... No, it would make sense, because Renacita... Because Raguna is definitely... Yeah, no, that's where it is. Because Raguna is Italy. It's like a fantasy Italy. So like, oh, okay, sure, that makes sense. Then we go to fictional Greece, or ancient Greece. Because you have literally just Hermes' helmet. So yeah, just get your Assassin's Creed references in now, I guess. For both generations. Me and for the people who Assassin's Creed Odyssey is still relevant to. This is almost all of it. So going here is like the last nexus. This place is cool though. Like I really like this architecture.
Are you ready for the gladiators, Aegon? Happy hunting, gladiators!
I switched my echo. Oh, we didn't.
Hopefully this helps. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds. The wicked.
She is doing so much damage.
The wicked will face judgment. Here's attacks. Shame it's only exposing your weaknesses. Great work! Your skill is fueling my bloodlust.
I think she's neat. I think she's really neat.
Hopefully this helps.
I think she's neat.
Cardathea, standing on the water? That abnormal sensation came over me again when my sword struck the contender's echo. All the echoes in Septimont seem to exhibit unstable power. Something is definitely off. But it seems like no one else has noticed.
It's only the area.
Isn't
It's
in the
Greece.
Legions anymore. What a shame.
The Greeks never wear
Just
shoes.
2 days before the finals as well. It's
All their
unfair
dogs
to
were
her
out for
former
free.
teammates and her fans.
Is it about the money? She's changed teammates how many times now? As for that newcomer next to her,
Without the Silver's patronage, there's no way a gladiator from the outskirts could rise to fame so quickly.
Quiet down! Where are you hearing these rumours? Open your eyes. Wilbur has never once thrown a match.
Everyone thinks they know the real truth. But consider this. It's a fact I know to be true.
That's just your assumption.
Let's go, my fellow warrior.
It's all going as planned. Let's get you settled somewhere comfortable. Then tomorrow, we head to the Colosseum Melindus for the semi-finals.
I've been meaning to ask, is there a body of water in the city? I think Cardathia might have passed through there.
A body of water? Yes, but it's been abandoned for years. That elevator can take you to the upper city, though. If you want to try looking for her, we can start there.
Thanks. And,
Yes?
Sorry, nope, she's Greek.
those people just now, they talked about match fixing. Don't you want to challenge that?
I didn't have time to gather enough proof before I left. Besides, this isn't the right moment.
Thanks for stopping
Once
by,
we win
Effie.
the Great Aegon, I'll make everything public. In Septimont, only the winners get to speak their truth.
Sounds more like the victors get to write history.
A strong warrior with a kind heart. Rare traits for a hunter. Honestly, I don't care what people say. This kind of thing happens every day in Septimont. If you can't handle it, you won't last. Tarnishing rivals' reputations is one of their usual tricks. I cut off their betting profits, so it's only natural they'd be upset. Besides, now I have a reliable warrior by my side. That's all that matters. No worrying about whether my teammate can keep up, no dealing with petty politics, just the thrill of the fight. Thank you for that, my fellow warrior.
So I'm still heading this way, so I'm still probably gonna run to this one regardless. So I don't need to worry too much.
Why would the place you mentioned be abandoned?
Because of the first dark tide in Raguna. Oh, you know what a dark tide is, right?
Yes.
Due to certain safety concerns at the time, the main city district was relocated further up the hill.
Lighter than a dove.
So the main city gets to be safe, but everybody else gets to be washed away in case it happens again.
Do you remember that gloomy gladiator from decades ago? The young girl from Laguna. What was her name?
There have been so many from Raguna. Which one are you talking about?
No, just a guess. I do like, though, it's small, but it's smart, that the outer walls, steadily layered city leading up to the top of the hill, focused on a hill.
Start small to build big.
You said Cartothea might have been here. Do you have an idea of where she passed through?
I think somewhere over there.
Ah, that's where the statue of Hercules is.
Hercules? Some typical hologram. Virtual dancers have a slowing debuff during the hologram challenge zones. They slow down up here. Ah, these are just the evasion challenges.
You've crossed the wrong person. Absurd, impudent display.
So the two choices for this are either completely staying out of the AoE or dodging.
Such stubbornness. You've crossed the wrong person.
But because the challenge is to not get knocked out, also they only go off about halfway through, so I could probably dodge them. I say before I not dodge it.
Such stubbornness. Anything catch your eye?
Kinda just
Lighter than a dove.
kinda just face rolled that. Is this a public bath? It is.
Can you keep up?
I want to say it was like between, it wasn't 5 hours, I want to say like between 6 to 7 hours. No. I think like 6 to 8. I think 6 to 8 is about appropriate. About 6 to 8 hours I put in Forgotten City. Now some of that information and trivia is like coming back and being useful.
Can you keep up?
Or at least me being able to recognize certain things from it. Plus all the years of being really into Greek myth.
This is the place. I'll look for Cartothea's traces here.
How?
Through the connection we share.
Alright then. I'll wait here. Good luck.
Calling for the one who shares its essence. Unique frequency pulses through your blade and spreads through the water and ripples, but the connection weakens. Cartothea isn't here.
How's it going? You look frustrated. That's right. I'm sure you'll make progress by the finals. Hercules. His statues once stood tall on both sides of the street, watching over the heroes of Septimon as they set out to hunt. Back then, the chimes drifting up from the city with the finest sounds of glory. Beware of the Kerosaurs lurking below. Those tacit discords will ambush anyone who falls into the water.
The what?
Are those the city's ruins down there?
Yes, remnants of the old district. We rarely use this route since it's too dangerous, but some thrill seekers come here to hunt tacit discords. Speaking of which, this area is actually under Silver jurisdiction. I used to play here as a child.
How am I supposed to get that one? So I have to be able to drain the water sometime. Because otherwise that's just impossible to get.
I've never heard that name before, but it feels strangely familiar.
The setting is definitely a mix of both. Not both. It's like a mix of
Someone's still alive.
Greek, Roman, and Spartan imagery.
Are you okay? You seem like a local. Are there any other survivors?
I'm managing. I can still move, but I'm exhausted. I've walked for so long, for so far, but I still can't leave this city. The white tidal light follows me wherever I go.
Tidal blight? Could she mean the dark tide? What's your name?
I don't remember.
That's all right. Memories can be recovered. And so can your name. I've been through something similar myself, and someone helped me find my way back. I've only just arrived here. All of Septimont is cloaked in mist. Would you mind sharing with me what you still remember?
Who are you?
My name is Cartathea. I'm Raguna's... I'm a wandering knight from Raguna.
A wandering knight.
Don't worry. I'll take care of them. Come forth and face my blade.
Welcome to my city, Griffon's fortress of Capitolini Hill.
that a soda act?
Some minor noble houses that didn't make it into the Aegon. In Septimont, strength and power go hand in hand. Nobles get more, but they better prove they're worth it and pull their weight for the city. The Aegon isn't just about fortune. It's a way to find the capable. For nobles, the ability to command and control echoes is a basic responsibility. If the heir of a noble house isn't strong enough, it signals that the house is unfit to hunt down tacit discords or protect Septimont. So, if a noble's been living it up, they'll end up broke and thrown out of the city after paying high patronage fees for a gladiator who doesn't even make the cut. Strength is everything. That's how it works. You fought your battles too, or you wouldn't be here.
Very Spartan.
For most Septimontians, the Aegon isn't just an event. It's the training ground nobles and commoners alike have to fight in. The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave glory. Where you come from doesn't matter. Prove yourself, and the crowd will scream your name. The spotlight's yours, the arena's your stage. But if you can't keep up, if you're not chosen, you'll be left in the shadows. Oh, come to think of it, we haven't had anything to eat since those 2 matches. Right, I know just the thing I want you to try.
Can we get a Jira?
Oh, I can already smell it. Can almost taste it.
Completely bought her likeness.
Fulvia! 2 large platters, please, with 2 bottles of Heartpour.
Oh, it's Lupa!
I heard she left the Bow of Legions.
That's enough, folks. You know the rules. No gossip outside the arena. Just dig in.
Still got that fire, huh, Fulvia?
You should talk. Finally cut ties with the Silvers, eh? With the way they handle the share of profits, you should have left sooner.
I really like that
Well,
accent.
Back then, a strong backer was exactly what I needed. Can't say it was all bad.
So, this is your new partner.
Looks like you can handle yourself.
Can't keep a tavern running for long if you don't have a good eye. By the way, Heartpour is sold out today.
Guess the celebrity branding really worked.
What? Oh, come on!
What's Heartpour?
Her branded drink.
A drink I endorsed. Most of the drinks I promoted were... but this one's actually really good. If my name's on it, you don't have to worry about quality. It's just that the taste... Well, let's just say it's meh. At best. Anyway, I'll get you a taste of Heartpour later. For now, let's enjoy the meal. So, fellow warrior, any stories to share? There is still much to learn about each other.
Is this a date? You have my main characters addicted to coffee, it seems.
Hey Lupa, got a message from old Abius. He said the new batch of restored footage just arrived, including those about Contender Mia.
Oh, thanks! Oh, I almost forgot with everything going on lately.
Restored footage?
Recordings of major matches or famous contenders. Helpful for those who want to learn from them.
Oh, that's like an actual thing.
F4 Augustas are the most popular.
Sports players,
4
yeah.
years ago, she became the champion and a household name by crushing every single opponent. From there, she worked her way up into the F4 seat. But I prefer watching Contender Mia's matches over any of the past champions. I think she's got real heart. You can feel it. Even through the recordings. The way she threw herself into every fight.
Do you think we'll face her in this Aegon?
Not likely. She disappeared during a great Aegon years ago. Some say she got tangled up in illegal betting scandals. Others think the pressure from her manager drove her to leave Septimont. There are plenty of rumors, but no one knows what really happened. Still, it's frustrating to just disappear halfway through. If you fail to make it to the end, people will see you as nothing. Solace never disappoints. Their dishes hit the spot every time. Now that our bellies are full, time to relax. To Leonidas Hotel. It's the best place for travelers in Septimont. I've got a long-term rental there myself.
Sea salt popcorn. Frosted cream blizzard. Salt and boca oak nut honey cake. Bamboo iris crisp. There's a Jiro. There's a Jiro. Energy regen. That's actually really good. Grants 50% healing bonus to all resonators. That's really good. I'm really liking this place. Like, it's a very ancient Greek type setting, but with a lot of fantasy futurism.
Remember that gloomy gladiator from decades ago? The young girl from Laguna. What was her name again?
There've been so many from Laguna. Which one are you talking about?
Let me gladiator from Laguna. The only one I could think of that would even fit that description would be Zani, but... Wait, there's another. So I'm gonna assume it's even higher. Yep.
Gently does it?
Aw, they're playing music. Even got balloons and an elevator.
Welcome to your new spot. It's a lifetime suite, and it's yours anytime you need it during your stay in Septimont. Don't mention it. The hotel owner sees us as future champions. Supporting us is an investment that will pay off. Of that, I am certain.
So it's an ad.
Gladiating means everything to me. I really, really love it. I know I'm lucky. I know what I want and I'm doing what I love. Compared to those drifting through life, I've already been given so much. But sometimes... Well, I'm not unhappy. I was born for this, but the more I embrace it, the more I fear losing it. I can't help but wonder, what is it that fills me up when I'm under those lights? My passion for the fight? Or the favor it brings me? If one day I lost that favor, would I be more helpless, panicked and heartbroken than those who never had it in the first place? If that day comes, would I still be able to say I love this life? Well said. It's my life to live, my path to walk. If I don't make my choices, who will? That's how you live life without regrets. Tomorrow's the semi-finals. We'd best get some rest. Good night, my fellow warrior.
Hmm? Even for like a small little illusion, this is pretty nice.
Words? Lines of them all around me. And music coming from above.
You.
This is but an illusion. One of the nights, one of dreams. Not like the spectacle you saw in the glimmer of the carnival. Here, I am not your foe, nor can we harm each other.
Should we so wish?
Lay your blade to rest, if only for now. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, on this special stage. A city wild and beautiful, chasing endless glory. Tell me, does Septimont please you as much as Raguna once did? When one wrestles against the torrents of fate, every signpost is an anchor, guiding you toward the infinite horizon. Let's take our time. I would like our talk to be pleasant. No one will bother us here. I have an associate who adores the heroic tales told throughout this land. For this reason, The missing girl you seek, and the anomaly you sensed in Septimont. They are indeed threads in this tapestry. You could call it an obsession of his. Every hero's tale begins with a trial. Your wisdom and courage, your compassion and resolve, your hope and madness. Will they be strong enough to carry you through the trial? To make you the hero of the story? Read it. I hope the story speaks to you. The answers you seek lie within these pages. If we continue to meet as foes, the symphony grows monotonous. I confess I find it rather uninspired.
I'll ask again, Frolova. What are you doing here in Septimont? And why give me this?
I am giving this story a little nudge. As of now, you and that blessed maiden from the tower are deeply interwoven in the fate he has spun.
So you're not the only overseer active in Renacida. Scar, your nameless ally, and you. The Fraxidus seems to revel in the company of those with twisted obsessions.
It's not as you imagine. You've already met my associate, you see. He trusts what he sees, not the words of others.
I've already crossed paths with him since arriving in Renacida.
She's talking about the bard.
As a creator, he always hopes his characters will craft twists and turns that he himself cannot foresee. He believes that the closer one stands to the protagonist, the greater their influence over the tale. But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge. I gave you this play so you can see the ending. That gladiator girl will be the harbinger of the dark tide in Septimont. All glory will be consumed, and the pride of heroes will dissolve within a blackened maelstrom. Such is the finale she holds most dear. This is a short story, one that only lasts 3 days. When the final match concludes, so too will this story. You could claim the spotlight by ending her life before the curtain falls. Change the ending, and the tragedy is averted. But should you falter, or worse, warn her of what's to come, the consequences will spiral far beyond anything you can imagine.
What you're proposing I do. Tell me, what reason do I have to trust a word you're saying, Frolova?
You don't need to trust me. Let my words slip from your thoughts if you wish. As I've already said, the story will unfold as my associate has written it. The choice lies with you. It is a freedom we all hold. Even the wildest imaginations draw from what already exists. So it is with this story. It follows a template, and even its creator cannot escape its confines. Choose wisely, Rover. Time is still on your side. For now. I look forward to your performance in this grand finale.
That... The script. Your sword clashes with the Septimonian gladiator's spear. Steel meeting steel in clanging force, those wild-fiery eyes look straight at you, unashamedly revealing a glimmer of admiration. Lupa invites you, the Outlander, to join her in the Great Aegon, drawn by the faint traces of Cardathea frequency that you sense in her. You agree. And yet, you can tell that Lupa's cheeriness is somewhat of an act, stemming not from her nature, but from a force of habit. Cardathea steps in front of the incubator. The salty hint of seawater drifts in the thin, still air. She can feel the one she's been searching for lying in the incubator, curled up like a newborn. Cardathea raises her sword and cuts the device open without a blink. The dark water within explodes forth. Immediately, tidal blight starts to crawl and proliferate. As the fluid drains, the gladiator girl's face is revealed. She opens her eyes. The dark sea rolled over Septimonth's jagged cliffs, surging down. Down the pristine cobblestone streets, drenching the golden flags and wind chimes, and engulfing men and women, young and old, like a mist ascending from the blackened ocean above. It dragged its writhing mass across the land, toward the far side of the sea on its pilgrimage across the world. Lupa is swelled by the tide's relentless churn. The hymn swells from her chest, crawling forth to escape from her parted lips. An esoteric melody fills the boundless darkness. Lupa is swallowed by the tide's relentless churn. This is so... Because that's really interesting, like, genuinely. Because that was...
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
This act has a very specific... Not act, I want to say... Yeah, act. It's Act 2, Chapter 2, whatever they're doing. There's a very big focus on the arts. Because... How do I explain it? Yeah, because, yeah, all that was heavily implying that Surprise, the very weird, specific poet that we've been encountering, or at least that you've been encountering, like, since arriving in Renacida, is kind of the cause for a lot of the problems going on here. So it's between him as a playwright.
The divinity may foresee the future of the world, but I doubt they can predict which song people will play tomorrow.
Kakona's a bard, but also had like a very large focus in relation to in the event that I had started last time I was playing this. She has a huge tie to a hymn that was being spread across Raguna, which talked about like it gave the... Am I forgetting the formal name? It's giving the church like the image of their god, where they said like, oh no, you're heretical for saying that the god was a horse. Why would you ever say that? So like the people that originally wrote the Golden Hymn were essentially sent onto a boat that died out at sea, because all those poets and all those bards that were singing that tale that had spread throughout the culture, they were punished for it. They were punished for originating the tale, and they were punished for not amending it, for not saying this is wrong, this isn't the correct version of how you should be singing this. They stuck to their guns, and as a result, they burned their own ship, so that they could kind of preserve the tale. And the last event with Kokona, or at least like the story thing that was going on with her, was about her choosing to recite that hymn, knowing that it would make her an outcast. Like, do you spread the truth knowing that you very tangibly could face punishment for speaking what you deem and know to be true? Or do you just live as an outcast? And she decided to speak the truth, which resulted in the two of you kind of having to run away. Now tying this in thematically to this chapter, which has been a big focus on like a Greek myth. Like, this is structured like a Greek myth. That's a lot of the like a lot of the similarities, a lot of the imagery is very evocative of Greek myth. Win the semi-final. This is probably winning the final. And very specifically, if this is supposed to mimic like a Greek myth, and if we're already in the story that has a predestined outcome, then really all that we're really experiencing is a Greek tragedy. We're seeing a hero who believes in something, fighting against what they believe to be an injustice, doing what they can, making a point, and actually succeeding, all up until a certain point where them either sticking to their morals or doing what they believe to be right ends up causing essentially the destruction of the city. It's a tragedy.
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
I didn't... Not even in my wildest dreams did I expect this to be as thematically poignant as it is being. Like, this is legitimately super impressive to me. Like, I heard that the story got better in... I heard the story in this game got better in Act 2, but I didn't expect it to, like, kind of get me excited like this. Where it feels like it's actually establishing themes and building off of it, and connecting it through not only the characters, but also how things kind of just reoccur. It's really cool. I didn't expect that from this. And I get a lot of pretty girls to look at.
Still recognize me?
Brilliance lights the way! Found your weak spot. Victory favors me. In the name of the Montellis.
Claim this. This is more narratively and thematically competent than I expected it to be. Not as like a derogatory way, I just didn't expect my... I didn't expect... Stray Gods is a really good game. But no, I didn't expect it to be like this. I didn't expect it to, like, kind of competently...
Can you keep up?
Craft a
Quickly and swiftly.
interesting story that it is, like, genuinely
Found your weak spot.
thematically building itself off of. And of course, I have a very obvious bias for stories and narratives that are going to be, like, focused on the arts and creative work.
Shut up. Come at me.
So for right now, very impressed and very excited to keep going. But I do want to at least consume some of my energy so I'm not overcapping.
Anything I can help you with?
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
Can I get enough out of this? No, I need one more. Or what's the 2 more? Did I make it? Yes. So that's fine, so I don't need to worry about that. Haha. Only what I need 4. Which means that this is the other thing to worry about. So I'm probably not going to get the amount that I need out of this. Would just need 3. So I'll also spend this and I'll continue with the story. I just gotta make some type of progress with my,
I can spend a minute to knock some heads around. Reduce to dust. All yours.
My compliment.
That's a wrap.
Take this! Still recognize me? The world is mine! Is that it? Can you keep up?
Aw, and I don't even get to use the last one. I'll just burn it now, because I just need this anyway. And more so I want this.
Found your weak spot. Still recognize me?
Shut. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around. Don't stand in my way!
Now I have a report to write.
Glory demands more.
Again? Whatever. That was all I needed anyway. Should be getting closer to a full team for
Time for another adventure?
at least like getting our encore like fully ready. I'll just spend these converting up until I get what I need. Perfect. So now that's set, but then I don't need to do anything.
Morning, fellow warrior. Huh. You don't exactly look well rested.
Not very, no.
Philova may not have told the whole truth, but there's no denying the anomaly here in Septimont. And neither Lupa nor the others here seem to notice. And that fleeting image. Lupa turning into that unfamiliar girl. I need more clues before making any decisions.
Whatever.
I'm fine. Just a bad dream. Let's get going. Our next stop is the Colosseum Olympus, right?
Olympus?
You got it. Let's get going.
Just really getting as close as you can, huh? Healing bonus. It's also extremely expensive for popcorn. The protagonist of a Greek tragedy. It kind of makes me like her a little bit more.
As expected, the Silvers chose to face us in the semi-finals. The news spreads quickly.
You knew this was coming.
Of course. To them, it's a provocation, and to forfeit would be a disgrace. Domina Julia must be here. She wouldn't miss a moment like this. She's shrewd and exceptionally capable, but arrogant to the core. She's convinced that she's always right. She doesn't believe in talking things through, thinks it's for the weak. So we'll show her we don't need rigged matches to win. We'll win with pure strength.
as a gladiator, but as a witness to the start of this grand event. You all know well that gladiatorial combat is the lifeblood of our ancient and mighty city. Seize power and fight for victory. Once, we fought to survive on the seas. That same instinct courses through our veins today. The instinct to face fate head on and defy it. Remember, those who cling to glory without the strength to defend it will see it slip through their fingers.
The rolling.
Warriors, by the eternal sun, may your courage honor Septimont and prove your loyalty to its spirit. I look forward to the rise of new heroes in this Aegon. Let the Aegon begin.
The rolling of her tongue.
Come, my fellow warrior. Victory is ours for the taking.
I think I like this chapter. This is so cool.
Are you ready for the gladiators, Aegon? Happy hunting, gladiators!
Let's settle this, Emilio, fair and square! Annihilation! Perfect teamwork! You make quite the hunting party. We'll be certain. Hopefully this helps.
Looks like that was a slight hiccup, but it should be fine.
Esteemed Ephor, I must bring a grave matter to your attention. In this very match, the Silvers stooped to underhanded tactics.
Speak plainly, gladiator.
I love your accent.
This spear, it was a gift from Domina Julia, head of House Silver when I first joined the family. Back then, I trusted the Silvers completely, never once doubting their intentions. That is, until I chose to leave them, not long ago. Now in today's arena, this spear spiraled out of control, nearly stabbing my own teammate.
I knew it. I said you would.
Of course. And your proof? Honorable Ephor, I guarantee this spear will withstand any scrutiny. Lupa, you owe your fame and fortune to our patronage. Yet, you turned your back on us when we needed you the most. Allow me to remind everyone, House Silver does not cower, nor fear defeat. In past Aegons, we have constantly led in victories. Even if we lose today, we will not be expelled from Septimont. So tell me, truly desperate to destroy whom? A lone gladiator cut off from her family? Or a house as powerful as mine?
Enough of this disgrace.
Stop your performance, Jester.
Hi.
That's Yuno, the priestess of Septimont. She rarely leaves the temple and only shows up accompanying F4 Augusta.
So she's her
Heroic spirits
right
of the
hand.
moon and stars have long seen through it. These hollow lies taint Septimont's sacred arena. Guilty.
I said what?
It's obvious.
I said what?
No chance.
No, I said it.
50 face.
That can't be right.
It's typical, isn't it?
Augusta, banish the Silvers from Septimont.
The priestess can foretell fate and has the power to make final calls here. Most people trust her judgment. But Yuno is a bit extreme in our line of priestesses. Not everyone agrees with her behavior, despite her capabilities.
This can't. This is very confusing. Sorry.
Guilty. The temple has spoken.
That's outrageous. Unbelievable. Despicable stuff. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, they're guilty.
Julia Silva, you know the weight
Yeah.
of your actions. I know your family wants
She's
you
making me
as the
so weak.
cornerstone of this city. Its pioneers, its founders, its protectors. For centuries, the Silvers fought bravely in the hunting grounds, defending Septimont from tacit discords. But today, you dishonor their legacy. Do not disgrace them further, Julia. Leave Septimont. Do not ever return.
As you command, F4.
Your performance just now. That wasn't a complete disaster.
Mm-hmm.
At least you show more promise than those idiots retreating to cling to their meager points.
Pretty.
An outlander. Fight well, both of you. Do not disappoint me or Augusta in tomorrow's final.
Pretty.
It seems there's still some time before the other semi-final concludes. Let's head to the lounge for a break.
journey.
Why are you... They have tablets.
Can you keep up?
Carter.
Let me cut to the chase. The Silvers are finished. F4 Augusta's swift decision sealed their fate. But don't tell me you had no
Let me open a
part
window
in
while
this.
this plays.
Who's to say? How could I predict Domina Julia would tamper with my spear?
Regardless, House Silver has been banished. Even if they deceived you first, you still left their team without a word and violated your contract. You can't deny that.
Skip to the end, Cartor.
You're not here to catch up or spread gossip.
Fine then. I handled the Silver's sponsorship of the Bow of Legions, and I can ensure the damage to your career is minimal. In return, I'll be your event manager for the next year.
Deal. But we'll need new terms. I trust you'll draw up a contract that satisfies me, Cartor?
Always ready to squeeze an opportunity, aren't you, Lupa?
The Silvers lit the spark, but you turned a blind eye to what was happening. Don't fool yourself, Carter. You're complicit in this too.
Fine. We'll do it your way.
Wait! You didn't come to me just for money, did you?
F4 Augusta, the fiercest hunter in the grounds, our queen. If there's a storm brewing in Septimont, I intend to find the right place to take shelter.
Finally some peace. What a day. The priestess of Septimont has the authority to make final judgments. You know, in particular, is one of F4 Augusta's staunchest allies. Most prophets spend their days in the temple, observing fate's flow and tending to the eternal flames.
Eternal flames.
But Yuno's different. She prefers to spend her time in the hunting grounds, bow in hand, patrolling with the other fighters.
So she's like Athena.
Born during an eclipse, she's the most gifted among her line. Impressive, isn't it?
So if she's
F4
Athena...
Augusta had a humble origin. Her path to power was paved in blood. Decades ago, corruption ran rampant in Septimont, far worse than it is now. Two F4s met untimely ends back then. The great Aegon carries immense weight for the city, and I guess that's why she chose this moment to act. That's right. I owe you for helping me escape Julia's tricks.
That fleeting frequency. It was similar to the Threnodians. Could it really be linked to the dark tide Lupa will bring forth in Septimont, as Frolova said? Lupa, can I see your spear?
Here you are.
I can't feel that abnormal frequency anymore. Lupa, does Domina Julia believe in the Sentinel?
Well, if anything, she despises the acolytes in Raguna. Her obsession with titles is for the glory that comes with them. She prides herself on being the perfect Septimontian. It's highly unlikely she'd believe in the Sentinel.
I see.
Huh?
Sorry. Lend me your shoulder for a moment. I'm a bit tired.
Go ahead.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, wow. That's settled. Looks like the other two teams have wrapped up their match. The semi-finals are over. Finally, we can leave and get some rest.
Contender Lupa! Oh, congratulations on reaching the final! Oh, and you! Your performance earlier was truly impressive.
Lupa, did you notice any signs of match fixing involving House Silver before? About that?
I told you not long ago, the Power of Legions has been exploiting their gladiators. But no one dared to speak up.
If you win the final, oh, you will have the whole of Solace raising their drinks to your name.
All right, everyone. I'll chat with you later. But first, let's give my fellow warrior a moment to breathe, okay? She's new to Septimont. I'm sure none of you want to get carried away and leave a bad impression on an outlander.
Go. Find somewhere quiet to rest. I'll meet up with you once I've dealt with all this.
I might really like her.
Sorry, no entry.
What a pity. I was hoping to see what's inside.
That's a really pretty outfit. Julius. I know it was more of a title, but constantly hearing Auguste makes me think of Caesar. Though that might be the intent. But I'm not sure where I'm supposed to take Yuno. Yuno, born under a moon, hunts with a bow. The imagery... No. I'm thinking Athena. She's closer to Artemis. Or at least she has elements of Artemis, goddess of the hunt. So then who would Auguste be? Imagery of the sun. I want to say Helios, but Helios didn't have that type of position.
Lupa. It was the Threnodian and Dark Tide's frequencies I sensed in her weapon. If only for a brief moment. She thought it was just the Silva's dirty trick and didn't notice its connection with the Threnodian. Verlova said her associate can weave fate and stories. If that's true, it means his forte can influence how things play out.
By being a playwright.
But it's unlikely he can freely bend the fabric of reality. The Fraxidus would have overrun Solaris long ago if he could. Either Septimont exists outside reality, or his ability has limits.
Both of those could be true.
If this isn't the real world, I could take more drastic actions. But if it is, killing Lupa would be an act I could never take back. The best approach is to stick to my original plan. Wait for Arsinosa to appear in the final. That's my lead to Carthia. I also sensed Carthia's frequency on Lupa too. If she's here, she's making moves. Just like I am. In the meantime, I need to figure out that Overseer's limits. The longer this lasts, the more anomalies are bound to show.
Boss, why the long face, huh? Something getting you down?
You're back.
Buling, why are you here?
I'm here for sightseeing. How could I miss the Great Aegon? It's Septimon's signature event.
You have to also be from my time.
Ah, you are the one to break the deadlock. You've noticed it, haven't you, boss? Septimon is caught in some anomaly.
How much do you know about it? This is our second time meeting, Buling. That can't be a coincidence.
I can feel it, but I don't know where it's coming from. Every time I get close, it slips away like smoke. But now, I'm sure of it. If I want out of this mess, I need to borrow some of your muscle. Oil. But Taoists have their rules, can't say too much. But helping you helps me. A little nudge is no big deal, right? Here, take this. A little something from me to you. A good start for us. Anyway, it's on me, no charge.
You're
Seeing
cool.
isn't believing, but truth exists in the mirror of the world. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Has a cute little charm on it too.
What do you think? The final's nearly here. Will contender Mia claim the title? She's done well so far, but her track
Contender
record has
Mia?
been shaky.
She'd better not slip up now. I've bet a fortune in the underground pits. If she loses, that John fellow promised she'd win no matter what.
John.
John. Ah, Mia's manager. Listen, she's got all sorts of talk round her, and the odds are crazy. But past champions have always been the noble bloods, haven't they? Not to mention, she's originally from Raguna.
Buling. She's gone again.
I remember Lupa mentioning a gladiator named Mia.
She's cool.
She
I want to see
disappeared
more
years ago
Buling.
during a great Aegon.
And that might be my slight bias towards
Lupa
Taoist.
said the story only lasts for 3 days and ends during the final. The great Aegon is at the heart of the story after all. The bell in this mirror is jingling. The closer I move in that direction, the louder it gets. I'd better check it out.
Did see, where was it? There it is. Because I knew I saw something in the background of one of the cutscenes.
How about heading to Solace for a barbecue? I heard there's a
John, how many more times must we go through this? I know you can't bear to lose your golden goose, but Mia's completely lost it. That woman's crossed the line.
Easy, easy. Haven't I already compensated you? Just bear with her a little longer. She's not losing it every time she steps into the arena, is she? She's just been under a lot of pressure.
She's not the only one under pressure. They're planning to bring Kerasaurs into the final. Do you realize how much money is at stake?
Kerasaur?
Tell me, how can I trust a fighter like her to win the final?
I know Mia's unraveling, the hallucinations, the hysteria.
Manipulative manager.
It's been a lot.
Did you know she cries in the lounge? Can you believe it? A gladiator in the lounge crying. She can't even connect with the audience, including her fans. What use is being a great fighter if you can't hold the crowd?
We have no choice. The people of Septimont want to see her fight. If we take her out, the complaints will bury us. The star from Raguna, the champion of Septimont. That headline alone prints money.
Can we keep up?
That gladiator girl, Mia, was it? I hear she's got quite the following.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone loves her. As long as she's winning.
Before the great Aegon, I remember her performance was abysmal. Hysteria, they said, utterly unhinged. For someone with her fighting skills, it's shocking how far she fell. Her value plummeted to rock bottom. I thought she'd be done after that, but then that John dragged her out of the mud.
Oh, yes, it's tragic, really. Poor Mia. John will wring every last credit out of her. How pitiful. My dear Lucius, you've surely heard about the underground pits by now, yes?
Oh? What are you thinking?
The commoners who bear grudges against the Senate, the vultures circling for profit. Rage simmers within them, a keg waiting to ignite. They're eager for chaos, bloodshed, and sacrifice. If we simply provide the spark, we'll make a fortune while eliminating untoward risks.
Delightful. Nothing like a bit of spectacle and strife to pass the time, is there?
Her muse was sabotaged due to underground betting. No wonder why she's not a fan of match fixing. Would she even know?
Relax, Mia. You can do this. Hold on. It's all right. I'll be fine. It hasn't been all bad. I've met people who've supported me. They've cheered me on since I first stepped into the arena. But I know my limits. No matter how much I push myself, this is as far as I'll go. I love this. Gladiating. Just stepping into the arena. makes me feel happy. But here, I can't treat it like a hobby. And oh, I want to be seen, to hear them cheer for me. Their laughter, their cheers. Oh, I want to win. I want to win so, so bad. And I need the money. Oh, divinity above. I hope I won't let anyone down. Oh, I need to be better. Much, much better.
Warrior!
For an instant, I felt it. The Threnodian's frequency again.
Whew. I've finished talking with them. Let's go back. Oh, almost forgot. This is for you. The harpor I wanted you to try before. Chilled is the best way to have it.
You need to rest before continuing this investigation. Your strength is spent.
Thank you for your help these past few days.
We're both from Renacita. I'm here by the Sentinel's will. This is simply my duty, for I was once blessed by the Sentinel. The blessings and freedoms they grant, I wish to share them with everyone across these islands.
The tidal blight is spreading faster. I'm afraid.
It's okay. Do not let it break you. One thing is certain. This anomaly stems from a specific power. Some facilities and records have been rewound nearly 2 decades back. We just need to find out why and who's responsible. The clock is ticking, but we still have a chance.
The mastermind behind this will be tricky to deal with.
Don't worry, I'll handle it. Compared to the darkness that once whispered in my ears, a tangible enemy is easier to face. Besides, the Righteous One will notice this anomaly when she arrives. Our move so far will guide her forward.
You really trust her, don't you?
Yes, very much. We correct each other's mistakes and walk the path of salvation together. Trust in yourself too. One day, you will reclaim your name. As for those vile intentions lurking in the dark tide, we'll cut them off together. Shall we continue the investigation? Are you ready?
Absolutely.
That's happening there too.
This is so exhausting. Dealing with these headaches takes more energy than fighting in the arena.
Muffa.
What is it? You're radiating worry. If it's about tomorrow's final, maybe you should relax a bit.
Lupa, can you tell me more about Mia?
Sure, but why the sudden interest?
Just curious. I overheard some people talking about her earlier.
Well, contender Mia. I first heard about her from Domina Julia. Julia didn't like her. Probably because they once competed in the same Aegon. Mia disappeared after claiming the title, leaving that Aegon without an official champion. An ignorant fool! That's how Julia described her. Back then, I'd just been purchased by the Silvers, and I got curious about the story. Turns out, Mia spent almost all her time out of the arena training. Beyond the barest of needs, she devoted herself to honing her craft. That kind of dedication wasn't well regarded in Septimond back then. Rumor has it she got caught in dirty match fixing, cracked under the pressure and ran. Everyone has their breaking point. If she ran because of it, I don't blame her.
What about you? Are you not tired?
Well, maybe I just handle these things better. Or maybe I just don't care about people's expectations. I'm not above the commercial events. It's how I made a name for myself, built my worth. As long as I'm in the arena, I'm happy. Applause comes and goes, but the things that matter, facilities, resources, opportunities, they don't come cheap. Septimont has its shadows, but some things still have to get done. I don't mind being used as long as whoever I work with knows where the line is. I know it's easy to turn a blind eye to the dirty games, but that's just handing Septimont over to the vultures. The Silvers played dirty in the arena I hold dear. They trampled over a line that should never be crossed. So, we're done.
She has a really strong sense of justice.
Look at it. How beautiful. To the great city of Septimont.
When the sun rises, the day of finals
Today's the
arrives.
final! Let's go! May victory be ours.
They incessantly reminded her of her failures, her lowly origin, and the disappointment she brought to her fans. The people who once shouted her name from the stands, laughing in celebration at her victories. That coarse, unrestrained laughter had at one time felt warm, giving her strength in the early days when she first stepped in the arena, but now everything had changed. Mia covers her ears, yet the voices still thunder in her mind, refusing to fade. The finals were about to begin. In the empty locker room, she sits alone as shivers rack her body and screams tear through her throat. Mia is haunted by maddening voices that whisper constantly.
Can you keep up?
Day of the finals.
Warrior, look over there! That's Arsinosa!
Ooh.
So that's the guardian echo of Septimont. There's something different about this Arsinosa compared to the one I saw confronting Cardathea.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to tell you something yesterday about Mia. Decades ago, during the Great Aegon, Mia disappeared on her way to receive the award. But before that, she did claim the title of the Bloody Aegon and even received Arsinosa's blessing.
The Bloody Aegon?
The current 2-on-2 matchup was only introduced thanks to Augusta and her predecessor. Before that, the matches were far more brutal. Gladiators were thrown into a chaotic free-for-all. To hype up the event, the organizers would unleash hordes of tacit discords into the arena. The last gladiator standing was crowned the victor.
A battle royale.
At least, changes have been made since then. Refined by flames and tempests, all that endures eventually becomes part of Septimont's legacy.
The day of the final is here. Arsinosa watches, and her significance is known to every Septimontian.
Her accent is doing
etched
horrible things to
in
me.
chronicles and sung in legends. If you seek the glory of Arsinosa's blessing, then fight with everything you have. Show me if any of you four possess the strength to earn the Guardian's recognition.
I know I've been playing for 3 hours.
Listen,
Shut
my
up.
fellow warrior. Those cheers are for us. They wait for us to give them a fight to remember.
I'll go for one more if you're so upset with
Are
me.
you ready to win this with me? Wonderful. Now, it's hunting time, my fellow warrior.
get more damage off this one.
Perfect teamwork. We make quite the hunting party. Whirl and bucket. Hopefully this helps. Wings, be my blade. Your wisdom will face judgment.
So many. And then we're cut off at half.
Carthia's frequency is getting stronger.
Hopefully this helps. Winged howls. Unfettered by bounds.
I never doubted that she would end up here.
Keep it together.
Just as she once came to me, filling that dark tower with light.
Bad timing.
This is kind of a lot. That was one sword.
And now, though we stand apart, we still fight together.
Last chance. Time to end this.
Shadows must be purged. The guardian that once...
Give me to run down a Carthia if I didn't do the trial.
the glory of...
Lioness of Glory. Resonator's attacks can deflect a halberd illusion. It might arc from the Lioness of Glory back to deal damage to the Lioness of Glory.
Now reduced to this. Tragic. Charge forth with me.
Thank you for the raid, Fire Luna. It's like the first real time that I'm kind of streaming this. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Like right after, like partway through the finals, this just started happening. Wait, did they say I can send back those halberds? It's taking forever for its stagger to go down. I'm like trying to pay attention to make sure, but hi, thank you. Oh my god. Oh, I phase shifted back. Oh, I phase shifted back.
I won't back down.
I am... I'm doing my best. Those are really fast. I had a feeling.
Repent. For silence.
I'm hoping that the phase shifts give me... Nope, they do not give me more health.
Salvation. Charge forth with me. Tide, rise and crash. Exonerate.
It's supposed to stagger. Hi, thank you. I'm Alchemist Banii. I'm an Alchemist VTuber. I stream multiple different types of games. Cool.
Windstorm. Sweep all the way.
I've been a little bit of a disaster, this stream.
You won't escape.
In my defense... In my defense, Lupa is... That went extremely well. Raspberry trained us all a little last week. Yeah. Disaster in a very appropriately rainbow type of way. In my defense, this game has a lot of very pretty women.
Righteous one, I'll be waiting for you at the end of the story.
I'm back to normal. Very, very, very pretty. And fangs.
What's wrong? You seem like you're somewhere else. How did we win?
How did we win? But yes,
We defeated our opponents?
that's succinct enough.
The bloody Aegon I experienced definitely wasn't a dream. It was like the real world overlapped with the anomalous one. I kept seeing Lupa and Mia overlap with each other as well.
Very pretty. Very pretty.
Brilliant performance, warriors!
Huh?
Remember, this is more than just a title. It is a testament to your own strength and wisdom.
But yes, Wu is not typically my only game, but I wanted a little bit of a break from playing Tribe 9 this week. Even Tribe 9's not really my main game. It's like I'm stream variety of different things. I also write about different things. I do a lot of different things. But I usually try to stream Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, around 7 p.m. EST for at least like 4 hours. And I like pretty girls. And I think this stream has been a testament to me liking pretty girls.
This medal once belonged to a single champion, the last survivor standing in the ring. But I divided it into two, to remind you that
It's not explicit, but there's a lot of very much implied Yuri.
the glory of Septimont is upheld
If
by
not, there's a lot of
heroes
very pretty girls.
who support one another, to remain steadfast. Fighting alone is commendable. However, true strength lies in protecting those beside you. The high tide draws near. I want all warriors heading to the hunting grounds to remember this.
Very pretty.
That's interesting. Augusta, look. Another two of Van Darsenos's blessing.
Probably for a reason.
You've done incredibly well.
As a gladiator, it's a great honor to claim the title with you.
I love her fangs so much.
Let's savor this moment of glory and joy.
Of course.
You plotted this tragedy.
No, madam, I wouldn't take all the credit. The architects of this tragedy were the Septimontians themselves. A collective murder so entertainingly woven, with blood on every hand. Who's left to point a finger? But I must admit, I'm astonished you would endure all this for strangers and lands you've never set foot on.
I don't need any grand reason to slay a villain like you. The Threnodian once sought to pull the entire Rinascita into the Dark Tide, but it failed. And so will you.
Madam, surely you know
Maybe
you
I'm a little bit
alone
weak to
cannot
pretty girls
undo
with
my
swords,
story.
too.
Alone. She will come here and find a way to finish this. And I will make your so-called perfect play spiral out of control. Silent, hollow words. The dark tide engulfing the city of glory. All shall be swept away by the winds at the story's end.
So, we're in a paradox. not necessarily a paradox. Where is it? We're in a sliver of fate. You fight a battle unseen. The Colosseum, once full of glory, is swallowed by darkness. Monsters swarm from curtains of black mist as you cut them down. 1 against 100. At the final blow, the world abruptly returns to its former state, the crowd oblivious to what just occurred. You recall 3 blades falling from the sky, each radiating with Cardithia's frequency. Though you had not seen her, it felt as though you were fighting side by side. Where is she? You and Cardithia fight side by side in a battle no one sees. Cardithia chases the enemy from the incubator through the dark tide, ravaged streets of Septimont until she vanishes from sight. The fallen guardian Septimont looms ahead, halberd raised in a battle cry. Cardithia draws her sword, just as she did countless times in the inverted tower facing the dark tide's aberrant creatures. She defeats the lioness of glory, but after dealing with the dark tide before her, she feels a cold gaze from behind her. Cardithia turns to see the gladiator girl, her face marred by tidal blight. Her eyes hollow and empty. She stares, unblinking like a ghost. Cardithia defeats the guardian, Arsinoe's fallen form. I am genuinely super interested and invested in this story. At the very least, we've been able to alter the story in some slight way. Or at least enough in a way to buy us our own time. But, no, that was really cool. That's why this one's locked off. At least right now. Those are to recreate those. So this is like a pocket dimension of 20 years past. That's really cool. So I need to go there, or at least I'm gonna activate that. Wait, that's like underground somewhere. I'm probably gonna... That is also underground somewhere. How am I supposed to get those? So we're like... Okay, so the fall of Septimont happened. Whatever is going on, we are in some type of time-space anomaly. Where the version of Septimont that we're in now is one from 20 years ago. But the one that Cardithia's in is the actual current one. But whatever we did altered the story. So now the story is going on beyond what the original ending was supposed to be, or concluded to be. So we're shaping the story as we continue forth. Which is a really cool idea. And like, very obvious bias, but
Gently does it?
I very much like Lupa as a character. The way that this part even just thematically ties in with using a playwright as a villain, while also tying them into a bard, while tying them into a character who is effectively written into a Greek tragedy that we're essentially helping break out of it, or at least rewriting the play from within so that it doesn't end in tragedy. I heard Wuwa just got better, like, with Act 2, but like, it's showing that, like, that's not a one-off thing. It's showing that, like, it's writing thematically coherent stories. It's forming that thematically coherent story, and, like, I'm really liking that. I didn't expect that. Not to be, like, very... how do I put it? I can also turn this down a little. Not to be, like, a little biased. But, like, Granblue has pretty good, like, seasonal story, not seasonal, but, like, longer running stories. I think those are pretty good, like What Makes the Sky Blue. A lot of stuff with Sandalphon, a lot of stuff with Cagliostro I really like. Limbus has a very engaging story that I feel builds off of its themes on top of the themes from Lobotomy Corporation and Liberia Runia. But in terms of, like, its own completely self-contained story that's building off of its own themes that it's introducing, Wuwa has consistently surprised me. Like, I'm very impressed, I'm very engaged, and, like, no, these are a bunch of characters that I'm now, like, interested in, and this is a really cool chapter, and I'm actually really glad I was playing this on stream. I look forward to, like, the next story update, so hopefully I can stream that too. To see more cute girls too. It also didn't feel like there was a lot of unnecessary filler. Like,
Gently does it?
most, if not all, of what we were doing was kind of
Can you keep up?
just, like, immediately important to the general story. It kept a really good pace. Like, that finished in, like, 3 hours. Like, damn. That's really good. That's... like, it was relatively short. There's an entire new area to go after. There's a... you know what? I'll hit this point and then I actually do want to fight the boss. But then I'll probably end stream because, Monday and Tuesday kind of... Monday and Tuesday went kind of long.
Anything catch your eye?
So a little bit of a shorter stream isn't bad, but I do want to at least see what the, I do want to fight the new boss with my characters. Especially since I'm so close to actually hitting, I don't know why I did that. Especially since I'm so close to, like, actually hitting, Union level 60, which means I'll be able to
Gently does it?
actually get people up to 90, and then that's, like, me actually being at level expectation. I should do this when I actually land. But yeah, if I didn't say that, if I didn't say properly before, thank you. Fire? I want to say Fire Luna, or Fiera Luna. the multiple different languages that I try to keep track of in my head. I'm trying to keep... I care too much about pronunciation, so I always worry if I'm pronouncing things right or pronouncing them incorrectly. Like I try to be mindful of stuff like that, and that ends up just making me kind of cross over myself too much. But no, yeah, thank you very kindly for the rates.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess.
So this is the thing I'm gonna be fighting for resources. Likely I'm probably gonna be
You barely made a dent.
fighting for a bit for Lupa's resources too.
Is that all? All yours.
So that was a roar.
Give me your worst. My shield can
I
withstand
mistimed
more than
that. That was on me. Those hitboxes linger.
All yours. All of you at once. I don't do overtime.
Okay, that's an actual stagger.
That's a wrap. A perfect chord.
And let's see what I get out of it. Because I'll probably need it. An unfading glory. When a hero's banner rises, even a mountain to set them on honor, this crown, with respect, is not made to dazzle like gold or gems. It is forged from sheer strength and unshakable will. Cool. I need to fix my notifications. I don't know why I didn't see that from... Thank you for the follow, Fire Luna. Okay, and then clearing these would get me more. These would be retracing the steps to get these. I have 2 days to do this. I can probably do that tomorrow. There's a trial for using these. It'd be kind of hypocritical of me if I wasn't slightly interested in the outfit, considering how much I really like Carlotta. So the very least,
Let's prove our value to each other.
Could do... have you fighting in the water.
Take this! Still recognize me? Victory favors me! A new era awaits. Running won't save me. Still recognize me? It's the easy.
Leave it to me.
My compliments.
lights the way.
I'm gonna give you enough of a reason to just kind of sit here. I might as well also look at the other swimsuit because it's already here and I'm already doing this, so it's natural that I should do it. Because if I'm gonna share something, I should share the whole experience, not just a small part of it. That is the story I'm sticking with.
Time to start a new game.
Sever! Take 4.
This is really pretty though.
Mind's eye. Who's the caged bird now?
It's actually very elegant. I like it. Cute. But yeah, no. Aside from me being a disaster. Minecraft tree. No, I think this was a very well written and genuinely kind of fun story. I think it was really cool. I think I like Lupa as a character. I like the mystery that's kind of set forth. Even if, like, we know who the big bad is now at this point, there's drama, there's stakes, there's a question of, like, why are we here in a setting that's now, like, 20 years in the past while Cardithea is in the present trying to wait for us. No, I think this was really cool. I really like this area. I like the Greek, Athenian, Spartan mix. Just the... Let me see if I can get a good shot of it. The way that, like, the further you climb up, like, the more important people are, of course, closer to the top. The one who is very reminiscent of Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. And the Auguste, very emblematic of the sun, were built on top of a giant mountain. The city is built basically like a mountain. It's in layers. It goes, like, leads further and further down, like Mount Olympus. Like, it's very thematically resonant. The fact that combat plays, like, a very big aspect in, like, the culture of this city. The fact they're using that to tie into sports betting and entertainers and performers. The way the literal performance anxiety, even for those who are performing well, how that's impacting Lupe's own muse.
Efficiency,
like, this is just really cool. I think this is a really cool area. I think this is a really good, really well written chapter. Even these things, like, they're not
Perfect wind to glide.
Uh-oh. They're not functionally an aqueduct, but they're structured like them. Like, they lead out from the city. Even the water in the city, it all trails down. Like, I think this is just genuinely really well made. Like, no, this is a really cool chapter. The mix of ancient Greece with like very kind of like more cyberpunk type of technology. People were walking around with what were effectively just like tablets. The statues that are all around, the city lights, the billboards, the ads, the holographic ads about soda, the different sports contenders that like seem to have their brands, which are all tied to managers. There's even still public baths. Like, I'm not even like super into ancient Greece. Like, again, the most recent kind of thing that I enjoyed that was very
Won't say no to that.
focused around that time period was was the Forgotten City.
Windfall profits.
Was Forgotten City, and like I'm mainly going off of a lot of when I was super into Greek myth and like middle school to high school.
I'll take it as my overtime fee.
I think this chapter, or at least like this section of the game, is like fantastic. Even the lighting, the focus on the sun, the armor design, even thematically, with the way that Renacida is supposed to be focused around like people living more in tandem with the echoes, them using the echoes in combat alongside like a main fighter. It kind of alludes to how do I get up here? It kind of alludes to, again, like, Sparta, ancient Greece, a lot of the... I can't climb these. Sparta, ancient Greece, with the focus, with a more focus on their friends. With a focus on gladiatorial sports. Turning into a literal, like, spectator sport. Tying that up into like match fixing is a very interesting angle, especially considering like
Gotcha.
I feel mean for like saying it this way, but like for a gacha to be talking about like match fixing, sports betting, sports gambling like this, and like what that leads people to do and the impact that it has on people who are both betting and then people who are like performing because people are making these bets. The anxiety that leads even somebody who's enjoying what they're doing. The anxiety that causes somebody who's even enjoying what they're doing.
Efficiency above all.
Like how that impacts those who come after. Because, like, are you... Like, do you care about this sport because you actually care about the sport? Or do you care about it because you want to make money? Do you want to be famous? How much of that are you willing to... How much of your morals are you willing to compromise to, like, be famous, to pursue this goal that you're after? How how much of your kind of like public life are you willing to give up to be known for doing this, for doing stuff that you enjoy? If you're gonna be hassled by people like that, if you're gonna be hassled by fans and stuff, and like to the point where it becomes super detrimental, or it fills you with anxiety, like is it worth still doing?
I'll take it as my overtime fee.
Having Lupa and Mia as like two contrasting points for this, while having Mia being Lupe's I want to say Lupe because it's very clearly driven from Lupe as in like Latin for like wolf, like she has wolf medals and stuff on her like that. But then a part of me also just wants to say Lupe Fiasco for some reason, I don't know. But no, like it's very thematically resonant and connecting that with Caconia, who's who like got to focus on like all of last chapter and the event that was happening like right before this. Her major thing being tied to poetry and this, and like how that lives on through art and legacy. And this entire act is making a genuine thematic tie between like the entire act is making like a thematic tie of legacy through performance, either through sports, through plays, through dance, Hecate being a boss like that. In Carlotta's case, like she was talking like a lot of her deal is tied up with her family, and like her family name and how that ties into the entire history of Venecida. I feel like I messed up that name. Raguna. I keep mixing up Venecida and Raguna because they both start with R's. Raguna's entire culture, like their festival of honoring the gods, like that's Carnival, like that's why it's so very Venetian based. Like there's so much thematically going on consistently. I'm genuinely super thoroughly impressed, and I'm kind of surprised that like it is as thematically resonant as it is.
Comes with the job, I guess.
Like it's really cool. It's really cool, and it's making me eager to like play more and see what like what bits of that they kind of left in, not, I don't want to say left in, what kind of parts of that they elaborate on in either like the side stories or the companion stories, or what other stuff kind of happens with these characters. Please, you've got to be kidding me. I'm literally 15 away. There has to be like... Here. I want to do this. I want to at least hit the union level, and then I'll probably close out. I was half tempted to make like just a one roll for Cardathia, because I'm not really interested in I am interested, but she is not who I want to roll for. She is not the character that, like, I want. Like, I think she's cool. I think this chapter did a really good job of getting you interested in trying her. But I don't think she is the type of character that I want. And I'd rather save up my rolls if it means I get a better chance of getting Lupa. Especially considering how lucky I got with Takano. Kifona.
Oh, look who's also got a pleasant surprise.
There's also a challenge that I like just passed that said something about like a quick slash challenge that I wanna that I'll check out really quick. Something with this shield.
Phew. Not a mimic from the stories this time.
Where am I missing this last one?
A pleasant surprise.
Aw.
Mind the tempo.
Fortune singing.
That's cute, and
A
that didn't
pleasant
even
surprise.
count as like the one that I needed to go for. I guess the size is probably hinted at the rarity for what they wanted.
Nice.
So I don't know
and
if they would have
easy.
told me what they wanted, or it just kind of grabbed what I had available. Because that might have been the one pizza that I had. So yeah, I think that's probably my summary of this chapter. I think it's really cool. I think it's very interesting. So Pride, a Legend, and True Hero. I'm Hartwin the Third, and I carry his noble conscience, but we still require someone to inherit his swordsmanship. Sure. I think I'm gonna very much look forward to a lot of the stuff in here. What is this? Use Hero Slash to destroy more afterchain figments in a short time. Slash vibration figments release a blast radius to destroy multiple figments at the same time. So I want to look for the shrink cacophony figments, lower your points, avoid them. Okay, so I just gotta be careful. Oh. So you either look for the... Okay. Why? What is yours in Gladiator? Should I say Future Legend of Septimont?
Fortune singing.
So yeah, no, that's all my notes. I think this is really cool. So yeah, thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you, Fire Hero Luna, for the I don't need that tracking. For the raid. Yeah, and you use the coins that you pick up for these. Cool. Okay, yeah.
Mind the tempo.
Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I look forward to the next update. Maybe I'll stream this from time to time whenever like a new event or something happens. Just to have fun, who knows. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful morning or night, no matter when you're watching this. Remember to be kind to yourself and others as well. Both are very important. And yeah. I hope you're all well. So, Johnny.